So what is going on in our world, honey?
What is going on in our world? Mark and Paulette here, the two travelers in Mexico, and today we're going to talk to you about a little bit of an issue that happened after the hailstorm that we showed you videos of.
Hey guys, it is hailing.
And then the subsequent rainstorm.
As always, when we're not traveling, are usually doing stuff on our house. So go ahead and continue.
So after the hailstorm and the subsequent thunderstorm, one of the drains on our patio became clogged.
Our rooftop.
A rooftop, yeah, it became clogged with leaves. So then the water didn't drain sufficiently. And then unfortunately there is an exhaust pipe for the bathroom that comes out right next to it to vent sewage gases.
Something you probably don't have in the U.S.
Yeah, and they don't have.
Do here.
They don't really have exhaust fans here in bathrooms. It's just vent pipes. Unfortunately, what happened was that the drain clogged up, the water built up, and eventually started flowing down the exhaust pipe into our
bathroom,
master bathroom,
our
walk-in closet,
half of our bedroom, and the TV area.
And a little bit into the TV room. Now, unfortunately, we have laminate floors in our bedroom, in the walk-in closet, and in the TV room, which caused a real issue for us because of water.
It could have caused a real issue.
Yeah.
It didn't.
We got on it right away and had towels and put down towels and mopped up and stuff. So thankfully that damage, I mean, it was pretty minimal. I don't know that there were any issues with the laminate flooring or anything like that. But this is a lesson learned when you buy a house in Mexico and you have a sewage exhaust pipe coming out and it's low to the ground and right next to where the drain is to drain water off of an area surface. Make sure that you get that raised up because eventually it will create a problem for you as it did for us.
Exactly. And actually a funny story was I was downstairs, Mark was upstairs on the bed on his laptop.
Oh, watching my water explode.
It does that all the time. And he was in bed, laying there on the bed with his laptop. I came upstairs and walked into our room, and I could, because we have a carpet laid out in our room too on the laminate floor, I could hear, you know, like that squish of the water. I went, what? And I start looking around, and there's water. Our closet is like flooded out. Well, not flooded out, but you know, I mean, like it had that much water on the floor. Our bathroom, same thing. The TV area, it got part of the rug where our TV stand is in that area. Oh my God, can you see this? I don't know where it flooded, if it was from the shower. Here's the bathroom. Here's my rug that's sopping wet. My shower, it looks like that some stuff must have come up through there, the way it's all grossed out. Look at this. And Mark was like, he like jumped off of the bed, like, what happened? And I go, oh my gosh, you didn't see this? You didn't notice it? He goes, no, I've been on the laptop. I'm like, well, it's a good thing I came up here because it had time to overflow and fill the bathroom. It even, the shower drain, I think, was coming up too.
Yeah.
Because there was like dirt-like stuff in the shower area. Our closet, like I said, half of our bedroom, and a part of the TV area. But yeah, we got on it right away. That was a B Thank you, Mr. B. We appreciate you, but just don't come too close to my face.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you for your service. I love my bees. And they're flying around right now, pollinating my flowers and doing what bees do. Train of thought. Let's go back. What was I saying?
Easily distracted.
I'm always easily distracted. Sometimes I think I'm like ADD, DDD. I start one thing and go to something else, and that's another story. What was I talking about? About the whole flooding situation. Yeah. But I got out all the towels that we had, which was quite a lot. We had about a dozen towels.
Yeah, if not more.
Yeah, if not a little bit more. And I laid them all down on the floor, tried to soak that up, and then we got out the mops and started mopping that up. And I think just the quickness of it made a difference where our laminate floors didn't buckle or do anything weird that we thought may happen. Because I don't know how long that was going on for.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed that the carpet had some like discoloring from water had soaked through it in the bedroom. And so we got on it right away and got the water mopped up.
I would say most of the carpet, actually.
Yeah.
Most of the carpet was just color, that dark color from the water.
So the lesson we've learned is that if you have an exhaust vent, like I said earlier, that vents out right next to where a drain is, make sure that exhaust vent sits up pretty high in case that drain becomes clogged. Because that could have been disaster for us if we had not been home at the time, or if we'd been away. That water would have just been sitting there soaking, ruining the floors.
Ruining the floors.
So that night after we got the mess cleaned up, I actually went up to the rooftop and covered the drain pipe in duct tape.
Just in case.
Just in case another storm came in and there was more flooding going to happen. So that's why in the picture that you'll see, the drain pipe is covered with duct tape. That was just a preventative measure to try to stop more water from coming in.
Right. And then we called our friends to ask them if they knew a plumber, and they did. But see, that's the thing also in Mexico. You don't always have a plumber come out right away. It depends on their schedule. It might be a day, 2 days, 3 days, whenever they could fit you in. Well, that's not the greatest situation.
Right.
Although Mark did cover it with duct tape. We were out there in the rain. I was holding the flashlight. He was taking off the pieces of the duct tape from the roll and covering it just as a precaution in case we had another rainstorm come in. We didn't want to deal with that a second time. But I did have the name of a plumber. When we bought the house, the contractor had him do a couple of things that we needed with the sink, a couple of sinks or something on the draining and a toilet. And he was really good, really professional, really good. And actually a funny story there, let me just intervene for a second, was our one toilet downstairs was having an issue. Remember that with the water level? And so we were still we'd closed escrow, buying the house, and they were doing some stuff that they needed to continue doing that wasn't completed yet. So we told them about this toilet issue. Well, the plumber, they actually lifted up the toilet, took it off, and found like this size of like a scrub brush or something in the toilet. How did that get there? Did one of the workers just leave it there by accident? Did they forget about it? Did they just I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
So the plumber was really good. He took the toilet outside. They found it, and it's like, what the hey is that doing in the toilet? So, oh no, it wasn't in the toilet. I think it was in the pipe.
It was in a pipe
going down. Yeah, from the toilet.
Lodged in there.
Lodged in there, right? So, anyhow. So I didn't know if I had his number. I found it. Thank you, Lord. I found his number and called him and messaged him that day. He came out here that day And then
Well,
the next,
oh yeah, that's right. He came
yeah,
out
he
here
came
that
out
day.
here that day, took a look at it, did whatever he needed to do, measured, figured out how high he would do it and all this other stuff. And we thought maybe he was just gonna, because it's like PVC pipe. And so we thought maybe he was just gonna put a taller one on it with like a little down piece of it, so the rain wouldn't get in it. But he didn't. He did it really professional.
Yeah.
Next morning he was out here at 9 o'clock. He dropped off one of his workers, and they actually did it way more better than we even thought.
Yeah. For the worker was here for probably a good 3 hours.
Yeah.
They chipped away the concrete so that
'Cause
they
it's
could
all brick.
extend the pipe up within the wall and then have it come out of the wall. And all that cost us just 700 pesos.
About $45.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I tipped the worker another 100 pesos because I just thought he did a great job.
Really good job. We were super satisfied.
Yeah.
So of course we passed on his information to our friends that didn't know of a plumber. So now they have the name of a plumber that we can guarantee his
Yeah.
work is awesome. And I mean, he came out there pretty quick too. So unfortunately, that's our story. You know, when you're a homeowner, you run into this crazy stuff that can and will happen unexpectedly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just wanted to kind of share our unexpected moment with you.
Yeah.
And as always, from the two travelers in Mexico,
What she did.
bye guys.
Bye.
Oh, I hit myself in the nose.